Pumpkin thrust. There we go. That's absolutely perfect. Pumpkin thrust. Wonderful. Hello and welcome to the Executive Movie Industry Tycoon. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. There is a demo available right now, and the game comes out in a very short amount of time. I'm actually not entirely sure when you're going to be seeing this, but I'm playing this a few days before it's come out, so yeah, if you want to do that and play the demo, there is a link in the description. Did I say that already? My memory is great. Well, thankfully, my money-making skills in this game are also absolutely fantastic. I'm going to be turning off the in-game tutorial, and if you couldn't tell, I was obviously being funny. Anyway, this is actually really, really fun. If you are a fan of film, or in any way interested in filmmaking, like I am, then this is going to be amazing for you. This is going to be really, really fun for you. So you can basically go either to Chinawood or Hollywood. Obviously, we'll just play in Hollywood because we know it the most, and we're otherwise just going to be going easy, medium, hard, or very hard. You can see here that you have a loan, and the loan duration is 10 years, which is pretty insane, and you don't really have a huge amount of themes to choose from or anything like that. The medium difficulty is where you have taken a loan from someone, you convinced a patron to lend you money, no pressure, you'll repay them over time via your earnings, 10% of your film revenue. So technically you could do that too. We're going to play on easy, literally just so that I can show you as many themes as possible, and so you can get to see a little bit more of the game. So, what is this all about? Well, it's pretty much what you might expect. You create your person, you create your studio, and you try to make as much money as possible creating movies. And for me personally, I love this. I really, really love the art of filmmaking. I really love all of that stuff. So generally, obviously, it doesn't really go super hardcore in depth or anything like that. It's not going, you know, like, oh, we must get the cinematography right and all that stuff. No, it doesn't really do any of that stuff. But it does specialize in a great array of different avenues of creating a film. So, for example, pre-production, it will do the script writing, it will do the analytics afterwards. It's going to do absolutely every single thing that you would think of when it comes to creating a film. So, anyway, we're going to be calling ourselves Paramount Monumental Failure Studio. There we go. And we'll call we'll choose some random icon here that isn't actually anything to do with any, you know, studio or or anything like that. And we're just going to be calling ourselves, let's see now, money. There we go. Okay, yes, because we're the CEO, so we have to think about money. That's the only thing we can do. We don't think about the art. We don't think about the art of filmmaking. We just think about money. That's all we do. So, you know, that I'm just joking, or am I? Anyway, welcome to your brand new office. You're a budding movie producer with big dreams and a tight budget. That's not the only thing that's tight. Starting solo, it's up to you to build your film empire from scratch. Create hits, manage talent, and conquer Hollywood. Your journey to cinematic greatness starts now. Yes, indeed. All right, so as I say, I'm very excited about this. I love these kinds of games, and this is so fun to come up with all kinds of cool, amazing movies, and there's so many genres, and you can pick your director, you can pick your lead role. Later on, when you have researched it, you can pick a supporting role, and you can literally win the well, technically the name in the game is the Gaspers, or the Gaspers, however you want to say it, but basically that they are the Oscars, pretty much, right? So it's just their because obviously the Oscars is most likely copyrighted, you know, obviously. So we're gonna be what's our first movie? What's our first movie gonna be called? Shall we make a very niche movie, or shall we make a movie that is really, really broad appeal to everyone? A broad appeal to everyone. Okay, so what about a broad appeal? So what about something called Pie Hard? That, I mean, because I don't know of any other movie that is called anything similar to this at all. It couldn't be a Christmas movie either, could it? No, I don't think so. Anyway, we're going to be going for let's go for a comedy movie, shall we? Let's go for a comedy movie, and we'll make it a comedy heist movie. That sounds pretty fun. We could do a comedy road trip. We could do a comedy werewolf. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, there's a huge amount of themes. As you can see, there are 66 themes in total, which is crazy. So I think a comedy heist movie sounds pretty fun. So we'll do that, and we'll do a PG. Maybe a PG-13. I think a PG-13 is probably going to be cool because we don't want it to be too, too E for everyone, as it were. We want it to be a little bit, not super spicy, but just a little bit spicy. Just, couple of things going on there that are a little bit more geared towards the adult audience. And now we can pick our director. So you may be thinking, okay, what are all these numbers? Okay, I'm going to explain this because obviously I've gone through the tutorial. I've created thousands of movies in my lifetime, and I'm obviously joking. I've created like 3. So let's see. All right, so basically this is your score for the domestic office, or the domestic box office. You're not going to be able to get to the international box office yet, so it's only going to be released in a very small country to begin with, which is America. So we're going to be going there first, and then we are going to be expanding later on into the international box office. So at first, you don't have to worry about your director being known in any other countries. So that's obviously fine. You can obviously tell here that some of these names are just changed around a little bit. So for example, apparently there aren't any right now that I can see. There, Hennes Dopper, for example. Hennes Dopper, he's obviously not a director. He's more known as an actor. Dennis Hopper, of course, is what we're talking about here. But you know what I'm talking about. They've kind of just swapped around the names a little bit here and there. I personally would like to see actual proper names here, like not actually of the proper real life people, but I'd like to see proper names that are a little bit easier to read, because some of these are just just a little bit gibberish for my liking. But anyway, let's get this guy, Dorton McCoster. As you can see, the critic score is 94, and the script affiliation, or shall we say, the script, he likes our script quite a lot. That's basically the whole point here. He likes our script, so he's got a good affinity with our script, which is 87. So we're going to be selecting him, and then we're going to go for our lead role. So we have to choose someone that's got a really good affinity with our script as well. What about this guy? This guy seems pretty good. He's got bad domestic with the critics though, so that's not looking super good. But as you can tell, there aren't any other people with a really good score with both things here. We technically could go with someone like this who has, this is George Segal right there, which we could technically do something with that. I'm not sure. You know, no, we'll go with George Hamilton or whatever. We'll go with this guy, and we'll just have to make do with the fact that the domestic market doesn't really know him that much, and that's going to be a little bit problematic. Now, obviously, usually what you'd have to do is you would pick your team now, and because we are the only person on our team at the moment, we are the only person we can choose. So as you see here, we only have a production skill of 16. Our skills are going to increase over time, by the way. We have 3 different skills. We have production, insight, and networking. And every single one of those impacts a certain avenue of your filmmaking process. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be calling ourselves this, and then we're going to be going onward. And there we have it. So now we're just going to speed things up, and you're going to see we start with 30 million, and we are going to be seeing our profit and loss to date. We're currently in pre-production, and then we have production planning. So this is now going to be your first big decision. So the first big decision is going to be how you're going to allocate your funds. Now, you cannot go above 100%. I believe later on you might be able to. And you obviously can't go below 85% either. So we just kind of have to decide what's the most important thing for a comedy heist movie. What is the most important thing? I personally think that costumes are not very important. I think writing is probably going to be very important, and set design is going to be important too. So I think we'll probably do set design 35 and the writing will be 45%. I did create a movie earlier because I got a little bit addicted to the game, but I did create a movie earlier that had an exceptional amount of writing allocated to it, and we still didn't do very well in regards to the critics' reviews. So maybe they just don't appreciate good writing, or maybe we just got a bad writer. Who knows? It very much depends. So yeah, anyway, these are all premium features. So you can see here, these are the premium features. These can be unlocked in your research tree. Unfortunately, at the moment, I only have 12 research, and you can see here, you can earn research points by making movies, generating movie reports, and completing certain objectives. So you can see our objectives on the left here. Release your first movie in theaters and generate a movie report with your CEO. And then we can also select a category and all this wonderful stuff. So there's a load of extra things that you can do to try to make your movie as successful as it possibly can be. Unfortunately, to begin with, you have a very basic amount that you can do, so it's fine. I personally don't really care about that too much. Let's try to make our editing a little bit lower. Let's try to increase our sound design and music. I think we don't really need that much of music, so I think we'll probably just increase the editing back up to 30%. I think that sounds pretty decent to me. And you can see here that some of our premium features include storytelling, pacing, film score, visual effects, stunts, and so on and so forth. And if we unlock stunts, I can imagine doing an action movie with stunts enabled. That would be pretty fantastic, because as you could see here, we have feats remaining 2. So we could technically add some additional premium features there, but we don't have them unlocked yet. So hopefully soon. There we go. All right, so now the movie is being filmed, and we're going to see how it does. I'm very excited. Okay, so we are now going to pick our distribution. Later on, you're going to get the opportunity to either self-distribute if you want to, or you can do third-party distribution to worldwide and self-distribution to worldwide. And you're going to have to, pick your own sales team and all that wonderful stuff if you want to do that. But we're going to be using third-party distribution because that's the only thing that's available to us right now, which is kind of sad. And then we're going to have to pick a distributor ourselves. And dependent on if they have an affinity with our chosen theme, we're going to be going with them. So for example, as you can see, both these studios don't actually have any matching themes. However, they are generalists. So a generalist, well, what does that mean? That basically just means that they're relatively spread out and they can be kind of good at a number of different genres, but they're not really going to excel in anything specifically except these genres right here, which unfortunately we don't have. So it would have been cool if we had that, but I'm going to be just going with Pacific Films because they have a little bit of prestige right there, and generally they're taking a slightly smaller cut. As you can see, they're taking 46% instead of 47%. So I think that sounds absolutely fine. And now we're doing some domestic marketing. So obviously you're going to see billboards and maybe TV ads and, various other things like that, I guess. I mean, obviously it's a pretty small movie, so it's probably not going to be getting a huge fanfare or anything like that. But, it's cool nevertheless. Let's see what happens. All right, there we go. Here come the critic scores. Wow, look at that. We got some. Oh, look at this. We actually did pretty well. We got a nice even score throughout the board. Rolling Rock actually gave us a 9.5. That's very nice of them. And we obviously got some, we got Certified Fresh, as you might expect. If you know where that's from, then you know where that's from. And we obviously have the soda meter here too. And we got an 8. So basically an 8 out of 10 across the board right there on average. That seems pretty nice. We might be able to get a little bit of cash from this. We might be able to break even at least. Yep, seems like we have broken even. And there you go. All right, that actually not... we got a B overall. We got a B overall. That's pretty good. And look at that. Our avocado meter score meant that we gained 0.5 prestige. Now, bear in mind that prestige is quite difficult to get, at least early on. And getting 1 prestige is enough to unlock a whole bunch of stuff. So just bear that in mind. And so basically what's going to happen now is your movie is now going to head into the home entertainment areas. And there it is going to continue earning money by, generating revenue with DVDs, Blu-ray, so on and so forth. Obviously, we are in 1971, so they probably don't have DVDs back then. They don't. I know they don't for a fact, but the fact is we are going to be, kind of going over to the home entertainment section, and that's where we're going to be getting some cool stuff going. Anyway, let's generate some insights on this. There we go. Generate some insights. That's what we're going to do now, and that is going to provide us with slightly more research points. It's going to get us 1 million in cash as well, as you can see, for getting this objective done and everything. And then we can see what our new objective is going to be. Now, for me personally, I think we should just continue creating movies as much as possible, and then we'll see what happens with that. So you can see here we've unlocked insights. So basically our okay. So our genre and theme together was a good combination, but not an excellent combination. If it was an excellent combination, I think we might have had a bit of a shot at something slightly more impactful, but oh well, never mind. Anyway, that is fine. We did okay for our first movie, right? So let's unlock a new theme and release another movie. So what we can do with that is we can now go to research. There it is, and there are our themes. So we can now unlock a new theme by pressing this, and we can select 2 themes that we want to unlock. So what do we want? Wedding, dinosaurs, hacking, coming of age. I think we'll probably go for hacking and coming of age. I think that sounds pretty good. We could have gone for Jurassic Park potentially, but the fact is, I'm not sure if in 1970 we'd have the technology to really create a very, very good dinosaur movie. Maybe. It depends. But I kind of want to create something that has a little bit more, should we say, a little bit more chance to do well here. So what are we going to call it? Let's call it something, let's see. Something like the Mountaineer. There we go. We're going to go for the Mountaineer. Budget size is small. We're going to be going for the genre. So what do we want to make? Because every single time we choose a new genre, our producer is going to be gaining additional experience, and you'll generate extra research points when using a genre for the first time. So we could technically do something. Should we do a romance coming of age? That doesn't sound particularly good as the name of the Mountaineer, right? Oh, you know what? I'm going to do romance and we're going to do coming of age because we just unlocked these. These are going to be excellent together, in my opinion. And we're going to be making it I'd like to make it an R, actually. I would like to make it an R for this because I think this would actually make more sense. But we're going to be making it a PG-13 once again. And we're not going to be calling it the Mountaineer now. I think we'll probably get Jason Statham to star in the Mountaineer, and that will probably be some action movie or another, where he has to take revenge upon the mountain for taking his last coffee flask from him, or something along those lines. I don't know, something along those lines. I like him. Don't get me wrong, I like him. I think he's actually pretty good, but I'm just joking. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to call it something like blueberry. It has to be something whimsical, blueberry cotton fluff or something along those lines. There we go. Fantastic. Perfect. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Okay, we got Henestopper is not doing particularly well with the domestic audience. Oh, never mind. I found Dorton McCoster again. Dorton, we're working with you for a second time, sir. There we go. He's actually maybe gonna be our mainstay director from this point onward. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Actually having someone that we can work with on a primary basis right here. That would be kind of cool. All right, so who else do we have here? Okay, so we got... Oh, Hennes Dopper is actually also an actor. That's quite funny. Okay, let's get him then. That is so hilarious to literally get him in a romantic coming-of-age movie. All right, okay. This is a little bit strange for him, but yeah, it's not obviously him, so... Yeah, let's just go on with that. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, blueberry cotton fluff. Okay, that sounds like a euphemism for something, doesn't it? But it's not, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so what we want is set design. We don't need to design sets with this. We don't need to design sets with this whatsoever. But writing and makeup and costumes and all that stuff, I think that's going to be exceptionally good and very, very useful. So we're going to be making the writing very, very good. It has to be super, super good here. Because the set design, it's not set in any particular historical period or anything like that, so we don't really need to go super hard on it. I think the editing could probably be relatively good here. Special effects, we don't need a huge amount of special effects because this is not fantasy or anything like that. I think this seems like a pretty good split, so that's what we'll do. And that's the funny thing. Maybe I should have... maybe if I had made it fantasy... Oh, you see, this is the funny thing. Making films is so much fun, or at least I think it's fun. Especially in a game like this, where it's very, it's a bit of a, not really. Oh, wait a minute. We've been selected as an Oscar nominee right here. Oh, we're never gonna win, for sure. We're never gonna win. Look at this one. Timbrel Jam literally just got a 10 from the avocados. Wow, there's no way. There is no way in ever that I'm going to be winning this, especially considering we are the only PG-13 movie. Everyone else is an R. There is no way I'm going to win that. But if we do through some freak accident, then well, then I'll be very pleased. But yeah, that's not going to happen. Utmost Classics, as you could see, romance matches their movie's genre, which is absolutely fantastic. So this is exactly who we want to go for. Utmost Classics, thank you very much for turning up, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. Okay, who's going to win? Private Investigator won? Really? Okay, I'm actually very surprised about that. I thought that Timbrel Jam was going to win. Oh well, never mind. They must be very disappointed considering the avocado meter gave them, give them 10 or something like that, which is pretty crazy. Get something like that from there. But they generally do tend to do that, don't they? The award shows, they tend to, do that thing where they go, oh yeah, oh what? Are you serious? Okay, wait a minute. What? What is what is this? Look at this. Did they gave me a 0? Are you wait a minute. I don't think they gave me a 0. I think they gave me a 10. I think they gave me a 10 and this is just a bug. I think this is just a display bug. Because you could see here, look, this movie could warm up a heart of stone. A masterful embodiment of love that encapsulates passion, emotion, and how to tug at your heartstrings. There's no way these guys gave 0. They definitely gave 10, in my opinion. Okay, and look at this. We got a 9.3. We definitely have a shot at the awards next season. Oh, look at this. Everyone loves it. See, this is what I'm talking about. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You better give me loads of money. Oh yeah, there we go. Money, money, money. That's what we're all about. See, I'm trying to embody the CEO mindset, okay? We've got to fire at least 100 people now that we've made a lot of money, okay? Because that's what we want to do. We want to ruin people's lives because we're the CEO, okay? That's how we do it. Okay, so otherwise, let's have a look. Actually, wait a minute. I'm now at 1.1 prestige after only 2 movies. It took me a long time to get to 1 prestige with my other save, which is just, I guess that just goes to show that you are good luck for me. Oh yes. And Blueberry Cotton Fluff is definitely going to be getting some crazy awards. This is going to be great. Okay, so let's do some insights with this. Generate some insights. Thank you very much. Let's get some more research. And now, as you can see right here, unlock the sales department, hire a salesman, make a movie, and use your salesman to find a third-party distribution deal. These are the objectives. So this is basically kind of like a loose guide. You don't necessarily have to do that, by the way. It's just something that you could. Okay, so you can see here, costume and makeup. So unfortunately, because of the costumes, we didn't do very, very well on that. But the writing was insanely good, and that was the reason why we had such high scores, I suppose. But I think that if I had increased the costume and makeup, then I think we would have had a great time. I think this would have been even better than we had it before. So that just goes to show. Okay, so let's unlock the sales department. Where is the sales department? I have not actually done that ever before, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see. Where is the sales department? Am I stupid? Maybe. I don't seem to see it. Oh, there's the sales department right there. Okay. Yep. There we are. Okay, unlocked that. And then we can hire a salesman. So staffing, let's go. Wait a minute. Where? Oh, no. Sales? No, that's not... here we go. Okay. All right. So let's have a look. I'm willing to spend quite a decent amount on a salesperson as long as they're actually good. Oh, never mind. Apparently, this is the only way I can do it. So word of mouth is going to be the way that we'll find our person. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so these skills can all level up, by the way, as far as I'm aware. They can all level up, so we don't need to really worry about whether they suck right now, because everyone does at the beginning. So let's have a look. Okay, so we have a meticulous personality, creative, meticulous, and creative. Okay, so basically, loves other creatives, likes audacious colleagues, doesn't mind meticulous, dislikes planner colleagues. Loves other meticulous, likes planner, doesn't mind creative, dislikes audacious. It depends which we don't want. I think we're probably going to be going for the meticulous personality. I think that sounds pretty good. Lucia sounds the best actually right now, so we're going to be going for her. Her trust is really low, by the way. But that's going to increase over time, or we could go for Dolores. But she is creative. Negotiation is very low. I don't think it really matters. We'll hire my first instinct, which was to go for Lucia here. Okay, so let's make a movie and use our salesman. Okay, so she's now here. Okay, here we go. What are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? I want to make a really stupid movie. Like, I want to make a movie that has to do with, like, I don't know, a hacking fantasy movie or something like that, but that's obviously not really going to be super good. You know what? Let's make an epic fantasy, okay? Let's make an epic fantasy movie or something along those lines. Something that's set in like a medieval time. So we're going to be calling it something like, I have no idea, actually. What about Arthurian... Arthurian warrior. Wow, that is such a terrible name. All right, we'll go for that, and we'll go for a fantasy, and the theme will be magic night. Ooh, we've got a load of these. Okay, we got some pretty cool stuff. Magic. I think magic or night is probably going to be good. Let's go for the night, because that's come on, fantasy. Come on now, and let's go for an R-rated. Okay, let's go for an R-rated. Let's make it a more adult kind of experience. And let's have a look and see what we can do here. George Lucas could work on it. We could get George Lucas. I mean, no offense, but, you know, he's made some pretty good stuff in the past. Maybe, kind of. And he seems to be the only one that's kind of willing to work with us. So let's do that. And then we can get... we got this guy. He does want 2.5% of the of what the movie makes, which is a little unfortunate, but I don't really care about that too much. As long as he does a good job. He's got 31 with the domestic audience as well. Actually, sorry, my bad. It's actually a woman, not a guy. So there we go. That's great. Okay, so we'll put our CEO on here. This is going to be good. Done. All right. I am looking forward to this. Oh, yes, I am. This is going to be good. All right. So, okay. So now, because this is fantasy... I personally believe that costumes and set design are going to be very, very important. And writing, well, it is going to be important still. But I think these things are a little bit maybe more important. So I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna do something very even. I'm not a big fan of doing even stuff right here, but I kind of want everything to be kind of decent. But I don't know. I like something to excel, as we've seen with my previous movie, you know, blueberry cotton fluff. I don't know why I called it something so weird. But yes, as we saw with that movie, I basically just completely maxed out the writing, and look at what happened. We got some crazy good stuff from that. Okay, so sound design, special effects. Okay, so special effects obviously have to be much, much higher. And then the rest we can just leave it. Am I doing this right? Yes, I don't know. My prestige has gone down for some reason. I'm not sure why my prestige went down. Okay, so now we can literally select our salesperson. And as you can see, she will now go ahead and do this, which is very cool. So that's nice. So we no longer have to do this without anyone. So she's going to be going to someone and she'll, you know, do whatever she needs to do. And now look at what we've got right here. We've got so many more choices and better choices as well. So let's see. I think these guys could probably... no, actually, we'll go with 1,000 Years Entertainment. We'll go with 1,000 Years Entertainment mostly because they are also a generalist. And I think that sounds pretty good. It is also Oscar season when they decide to release the film. So that's kind of cool. It's in November. I think an epic fantasy in November, that's kind of fun, right? I think that's kind of fun. So they plan to release it then. Let's do that. Wow, the marketing went really fast. Oh, nice. Oh, we're getting some good scores. Oh, no, Rolling Rock didn't really like it that much. Okay, all right, okay, fine. But still, 8.1 actually. 8.1 from the Avocado people. That's not too bad. And there we have it. Okay, fantastic. And let's see how much Arthurian Warrior can make. Yes. And here we go. Look, we've got two films. We've got two films as in the 1974 Gaspar's nominees. Oh, yes. Oh, we are definitely going to win, right? Blueberry Cotton Fluff, You Are My Best Hope. Yes. Did you get that reference? You're My Only Hope? I'm not entirely sure of the line right now, but oh well. Never mind. Let's have a look. Okay. We got another B. Okay, so we didn't get an A or anything like that, but that's okay. That's all right. Not a problem. And there we have it. All right. Whew. I am very pleased, actually. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we are you serious that we lost that? Oh, come on. Okay, well, never mind. We got passed over for the Gaspar Award, which is kind of sad, to be honest. But it's okay. It's all right. You know, it's fine. It happens. And we're going to have an idea. You know, we're going to have a way to do this. We're going to be able to do something a little bit better next time. Even though I personally feel like we did a pretty good job as it was. I mean, we made some great money. And obviously the fact is, that was an amazing movie. The second movie we ever made, and we made such a good amount. Okay, so as you can see right here, costume and makeup was not enough. Uh-huh. Okay, so costume and makeup was not actually in the right spot. Costume and makeup was too high. Apparently, it was too high. It needed to be lower. Yeah, as you can see, will indicate if your slider value for a given genre is above, below, or at the ideal percentage for a production item. Updates to the recommended range for this genre are light blue, while the range to avoid is in red. So in other words, I actually made a mistake with that. So costume and makeup for fantasy, which is really weird considering, just look at Lord of the Rings, right? Just look at Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, you know, from all the way back then. You think the costumes were bad? And the makeup was bad? I don't think so. I think they were very good. But, okay, apparently my idea was wrong. Well, maybe. Anyway, let's have a look here. Unlock 2 premium features. Okay, so let's have a look. So what do we want to do? Extreme stunts. We could make an action movie. What about an action movie? Do you think an action movie might be quite fun? So let's go with fight choreography. And we'll go with... what do we want? This is going to be a little bit problematic, isn't it? I'm thinking right now we'll probably go with slow motion. There we go. Wow. Are we really going to make something like that? Get more than 40 million in your bank account. and move to the small office. Time to move to a bigger place. All right, so let's get more than 40 million. Let's try to do that. So let's create a new movie, and we're going to create an action movie this time. Okay, so we're going to be calling it. Let's see. Let's call it something like. Yes, I have no idea. He likes it rough. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's absolutely perfect, isn't it? Okay, we'll go for action, and then we'll make it... what about an assassin movie? An action assassin movie? That might be cool. We could do a war movie as well, but I think assassin might be kind of fun. Let's make it an R-rated. Okay, let's do this. Let's see who's who. Wow, no one has an affinity for this. No one has an affinity apart from this guy, and this is an international fellow. We might be able to get international distribution for it. Maybe. We'll try it out. We'll try it out. Maybe we'll get lucky in a certain way. All right. Whoa, this is bad. Okay. Oh, Randy Quaid could do it. That might be cool. That might be cool. Yeah, sure, why not? But he's not so good in the international arena. You know what? I might just... If we are even going to get international distribution, we might not even get international. So that's the main problem right here. Because I don't know. So I guess this is going to be a bit of a risk right here. Hopefully we're going to make at least some cash. If we don't make any money, then it's going to be my fault, of course. But... then I can just, as I said before, we can just fire some people, because if it's my fault, it's never my fault, because I'm the CEO. So it's all good. So writing doesn't really need to be super, super good here. Maybe, I guess, set design maybe needs to be a little bit better. I don't know. For me personally, I'm not really sure how to even really deal with an action movie, to be honest. And this is indeed a bug that I have been seeing quite often here. This thing right at the top. This keeps coming up. I think this is a bug in the preview build, so just bear that in mind. It's not actually, hopefully, not going to be in the release version. Alright, so special effects. We probably want special effects relatively good on this. Yeah, we'll just probably do something like that. Oh, and I did not... Oh no, I didn't select any of my premiums. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, yeah. No, we still do not have any other distribution. So me picking those other people did make absolutely no difference whatsoever. Oh, well, never mind. That is kind of sad, isn't it? Oh, dear. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Okay, maybe not, maybe not. Work in progress wants us for July. That is not too bad. Action musical. Imagine if it had been an action musical. That would have been pretty fantastic. Alright, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a floppy one, isn't it? I think this is going to be a bit of a flop, but we can only hope. Let's see. Let's see what actually happens here. And who knows? Maybe we'll be... Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. I know. Apparently people liked it, surprisingly enough. Apparently people liked it. I thought it was going to be... well, I thought it was not going to do that great, but apparently it is doing very, very nicely. I spent a lot of money on this. And I didn't even put any of the premium features that I unlocked into it, which probably would have increased its value even further. But yeah, we got another B for it. We got some more prestige and all that stuff. And we made $1 million. That's not too bad, considering, just think about this, we are in 1975 right now. Just bear that in mind, right? Because making $1 million nowadays, not obviously going to be exceptional unless you make an extremely low budget film, you know, you can obviously do that. Oh, He Likes It Rough is actually on the card for the gas bars. I highly doubt it, I highly doubt that's gonna win, that's for sure. But it would be cool if it did, but I highly doubt it. So let's see. We're gonna just generate insights on this. There we go. We got a little bit of research right here. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, Dozer, and that's by that guy. All right. Yeah, that's fantastic. Great. All right. So let's have a look. What else can we get? Can we get anything else right here? We can get sequels. Small office is 150. Okay. So yeah. So we need 150 research points to be able to do that. And there is that. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay, yeah, so basically editing needed to be lower. Editing needed to be lower? That's weird, no? I think that's actually kind of strange. Why would editing need to be lower in an action movie? I don't know. It depends. It depends on what you're really looking for, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm thinking right now that we probably want to go for... Can we go for any of this? Yeah, we can. Patience is a virtue. You are too early. Please come back later for this technology. Yes, because obviously home entertainment's not currently available right now, I suppose. And, yeah, I guess we'll just create something new then. Shall we? I mean, we can't really create a sequel right now. That's the funny thing. We can't create a sequel right now because we need to unlock the specific research for that. So just bear that in mind. So, what are we going to make now? What about horror? What about a horror movie? I mean, if it comes around Halloween, that's going to be great, but I don't think we can do that. Maybe we can. Maybe there's a way for... Maybe we can pick the date. So let's call it something... I have no idea. Let's see. Pumpkin thrust. There we go. That's absolutely perfect. Pumpkin thrust. Wonderful. And we're going to be making a horror movie. The theme will be horror what? Horror vampire? That kind of makes sense. There we go. Horror vampire. We'll make it an R. Actually, you know what? Let's make it a PG-13. That's gonna be funny. I'm not a big fan of PG-13 horror, but okay, sure, we'll do that. Why not? And we'll go with David Cronenberg. Sure, he's the director. Okay, fantastic. And then we can have Frank Langella. He can be. Actually, yeah, that seems like a pretty good choice. Or shall we go for a female lead for once? We don't usually go for the female lead. It might be cool, but they don't have a particular affinity with the script. Cynthia Myers. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, let's take a bit of a risk here because I don't usually go for, you know, actors or directors that have a poor affinity with our script, but maybe that doesn't matter so much, you know? Maybe that doesn't matter too much. Let's try it out and see what happens, because as I said to you before, Blueberry Cotton Fluff that we created, it did exceptionally well, surprisingly well, considering everything. And our set design can go a little bit lower. This can go a little bit higher, I guess, and then we'll just go with that. And we're going to obviously use our premium features this time as well if we can. So we'll get some stunts, pacing. Let's do... Oh, that's going to cost us 100k extra. And let's go for fight choreography and slow motion. There we go. And what about special effects? Horror needs to have a good amount of special effects, right? So let's increase that a little bit. Editing can go a little bit lower in my opinion, because horror doesn't really need really fast cuts or anything like that, I suppose. I guess it very much depends on who you are. Sound design and music, that's going to be kind of important too. So let's just do those things, and then there we have it. Okay, let's do that. This is going to be an absolute bomb, isn't it? The dawn of home entertainment. There we go. Look at that. We got the VHS is coming out. This is fantastic. The movie industry is buzzing with enthusiasm as the revolutionary Betamax and VHS start gaining traction. Now audiences can bring their favorite films into their living rooms, watch them whenever they please, and even rewind to relive iconic moments. Hollywood insiders are speculating how this groundbreaking technology will reshape the business. I was going to say will reshape the box office because I was reading too fast. From box office numbers to rental shop empires. There we go. All right, so now that's basically saying to us, oh yes, you should probably invest in home entertainment as much as you possibly can. As you can see, Lucia is doing a fantastic job right here. She is literally almost at all these targets, and she's going to be smashing those very, very soon. I would give her a promotion if I could. I actually don't know whether I can do that. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. So we've got joined artists. I'm thinking this is going to be a very, very nice thing. Summer in July. I would like to go with October. Can I do that? Because this is a horror. So is there a way that I can do that? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's unfortunate. So I will literally just do this. We will do July. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to come out in October, does it? I don't think it has to come out in October. It's not really that important unless, you know, unless your movie's called Halloween, which is not, you know, but it is called Pumpkin Thrust, which could be misconstrued for something else, couldn't it? So maybe we, maybe it's an evergreen title, you know? Maybe it's an evergreen title. Maybe it can be called anything, you know? Maybe it can release at any time. Let's see what happens. I've spent 2 million on this thing. Okay, yeah, as you can see, it did not do very well. Yeah, people did not like this. People did not like this. Maybe it's going to do well with the audience, though. Maybe it will do quite well with the audience instead of the critics. Oh, it's actually not doing badly. Look at this. It's making some good cash right now. I'm quite surprised about that. But there you go. It got a solid B. That's fine. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything super hardcore from that. But yeah, as you can see, the third-party cost is insane. They took 6.3 million from us, and obviously the third-party distributor also took that as well. They took almost 3 million from us. So yeah, pretty crazy. But I think I've shown you kind of enough about what the game is all about. And for me personally, I really love this game. I love this game a great deal just because it is just exactly what you might want from creating your own movies and you know, trying to make the best movies you can. I feel like they are super fun. And you can see absolutely every single thing here in a spreadsheet if you want to. You can see absolutely everything about every single one of your financial decisions and exactly what's happening. So basically, if you can release films as fast as you possibly can and you can continue making cash, you're going to be absolutely fine. And yeah, anyway, if you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. As I said, it comes out in a few days, or if you're watching this well, past February 11th, I think it comes out February 11th, so just bear that in mind. Then you can obviously purchase it right away, or you can play the demo and you can see if you like it. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.